Let's start with the question. Colossal difference between FPS in Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 4. Don't know if you here at Arcade SE accept technical questions. But I'm willing to try anyway. I am a huge Dark Souls fan, so naturally, I have all 3 games on my laptop. Before we go into my problem, let me specify my laptop's kind. I have a HP EliteBook 8760W. This puppy is sporting Intel Core i7 and NVIDIA Quadro 3000M with 8 GB of RAM. I know that this is not a gaming laptop. It is a workstation. Hence the Quadro dedicated graphics. So I naturally won't be able to get straight 60 FPS. On 2016-2017 games like Dark Souls 3 for example. But recently, something strange occurred. I just started playing Dark Souls 2 3 weeks ago. I immediately noticed fantastic performance. My frames never dropped below 30 FPS, and the average was around 45 to 50 FPS. At first I thought this was due to my best performance option enabled. But then I reconfigured the settings to highest possible. All best quality textures, anti-aliasing, depth of field etc. The performance stayed exactly the same. But when I played Dark Souls 3, on lowest possible settings of course with best performance mode enabled, my performance is abominable. The average FPS is about 12 to 16, and the cap is 20. My main question is, why on earth does this happen? I'm dying to know the answer. As I am looking for ways to boost up my laptop performance to at least 30 FPS. I have 3 hypotheses, very unlikely. The low FPS is due to the age gap between games. While Dark Souls 2 originates in 2014, Dark Souls 3 is a 2016 game. But as I said, I don't think that 2 years could impact performance so heavily. Straight up impossible. Dark Souls 2 uses OpenGL or OpenCL for compilation. This would explain great performance. As Quadro architecture is specifically aimed at OpenGL and OpenCL. While Dark Souls 3 uses DirectX. I don't think that is possible though, as I had to install DirectX 2010 in order for Dark Souls 2 to work. The older version of DirectX is, somehow, more compatible with Quadro architecture than the one that runs with Dark Souls 3. I hope my question won't get immediately purged as off-topic just because it contains a technical issue. All remarks, criticisms and answers are welcome. Thank you in advance. Edit. One thing you might want to consider. A lot of people are telling me that Dark Souls 2 performs so well because it was made for previous gen consoles. Well, that was my initial thought as well. But then I compared it to the original Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. Even this ancient, brilliant game from 2011 has worse framerate than its 3 years younger successor. I do have DS Fix installed to be fair. Dark Souls 2. I have a strong feeling that there is something special in Dark Souls 2 that makes my Quadro tick. Any ideas what this could be? So how can we solve this? There's one possible answer. Answer 1. Since you're on a laptop, it is very possible that you are using the integrated GPU rather than the much more powerful dedicated NVIDIA GPU. You can change it in the NVIDIA control panel in the Manage 3D Settings menu like this. Make sure you pick Dark Souls 3 in the drop-down list. Or if it's not there, add the X manually by using the Add button. I hope this answer helped, and if it did, please drop a comment and subscribe.